What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? Welcome. This is Nerdz in the Hood, and for those of you who are watching us on TikTok, this is our first time going live ever. We got a lot of followers. We've done a lot of rap anime intros that you've seen called all anime used rap songs as opening themes. We've been doing that so long, and we decided for the first time we want to actually go live and let y'all know that we do a podcast.
Oh, it says 300 people are viewing this.
Oh, awesome. So,
what up, everyone? What up?
We just want to welcome y'all.
What up? Welcome to Nerdz in the Hood.
Yeah.
Man. The first live. This is lit.
First TikTok live.
This is the first TikTok live.
This is the first TikTok live. So, we want to let y'all know how we do things here. This is a podcast where we just talk about what's going on in pop culture. We talk about what's going on movies, TV shows, music. Like, if you just want to join in and say something, say opinions or anything like that, just let us know, man. Write in the comments, man, and we will respond. We will show you love. So we're going to get it going because we also do this show on YouTube. We don't do it live, but we do it on YouTube. So let's do it how we always do it. It's your boy, Marv Black, Ant McGee.
Young Dev.
And we are the Nerdz in the Hood.
In the Hood.
We just want to appreciate y'all, all 207 of y'all that's still here. Watching us on TikTok live. We coming to you live from the hoods of New York City, you know what I'm saying? That's where we from, that's where we hailing. Knick fans over here watching the Knicks game on the TV, so you might see it in the reflection. We got the hookah right here. You know the vibes, we got beer, all that good stuff. So anyway, how y'all boys doing?
Yo, we good, man. I'm excited for this first TikTok live. I'm not gonna lie. This is what episode is this? We just cracked 100, so this is episode 101.
101.
Like my boy Marvin over here was saying that we are Nerdz in the Hood. We have a whole YouTube channel. We do Instagram stuff. We do live events in Washington Heights, if y'all familiar with that, with New York. But this is episode 101. So if you want to catch the other 100, just go on YouTube. Check out Nerdz in the Hood. Nerdz with a Z in the Hood. And I love that everyone's popping up, showing some love.
Cats is already roasted. So I'm not Funkmaster Flex.
You wish it was fun.
I'm not Funkmaster Flex. I'm a New Yorker. I'm aware who he is, but I'm not Funkmaster Flex.
Honestly, that might be a compliment.
I'm not mad at it. No, I'm not mad at it.
He holds a lot of weight.
Yeah. He's still on the air. He's still a legend.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. But that ain't me. That ain't me. So, anyway.
Let's get to it, though. Let's get to it.
Yeah. We got a lot of things to talk about. So little time. So we hope y'all stick around and watch this live real quick. So anyway, we want to talk about an actor right now that's firing on all cylinders, and his name is Jonathan Majors. Man's is major right now. That boy good. You feel me? So we just want to talk about the strides he's making because he made 2 movies that came out during winter of this past year. One of them was Creed 3, and the other was Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, aka Ant-Man 3. So how y'all felt about that Creed 3 though?
Creed 3. It was good. It was good for what it was. This is what was it? Michael B. Jordan's first directed film off of and then
really he directed it.
Yeah, he directed it. They kind of did my son Stallone a little dirty. They kind of kicked him off, but this is Creed, and Michael B. Jordan's been holding it down. And honestly, it was a good movie. Not the best, but I would say of the 3, I would say second best. First one I feel like was a little bit better, but I feel like they did what they had to do. And honestly, the movie is great in my eyes because of that man Jonathan Majors. Like he did his thing. I forgot Michael B. Jordan was in it. I feel like Jonathan Majors was the main guy, and Michael B. Jordan was just riding on coattails right now. But but all in all, great flick. And Jonathan Majors, he puts on a stellar performance. He's pretty much the new up and coming celebrity actor in the game in Hollywood. So definitely, if you haven't, go check it out. If you're not really a fan of Creed, I still think you should check it out because he did that. Jonathan Majors did a great job in that.
I agree with Dev with the Jonathan Major thing. I just feel like right now, I've always felt like in the movie industry that there's always that actor of the time. Like there's like a
one that always like is like doing a lot of shit.
Yeah,
right
at
now,
one
and
moment,
like,
yeah, for a moment, they're that.
That's
nigga,
like Pedro Pascal right now. Like he's like on a tear with all the stuff he's in
and all the TV shows. He's ripping through TV shows.
Those actors that have like a great year, and you just see them in everything.
Yeah, so Jonathan Majors right now, he's signing up for everything, and he's killing everything. Creed was definitely a go see movie if you're into boxing. If you are even into that Rocky fan base that has been around for a little while, like it's really something amazing there. But the Creed 3, it was another good boxing movie. That's all it was. I'm not trying to overhype it.
I did have my gripes about it though. I had my gripes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overhype it and say that it was the best movie ever. But they did their thing, and both actors represented for what they do best. Michael B. Jordan, he shows up. Am I a little tired of him? Just a tad bit.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Like he did good in Black Panther. Like that. Like
he's a draw. He's a draw. I don't really like him like that much as an actor, but he's a draw. And it's like right now he's hot in Hollywood. So anything he's really in right now, like people are gonna go see.
Yeah,
and the numbers show for it. They shot it. They killed at the box office.
Yeah, and I love the memes that were followed up by it, where it's saying Kang the Conqueror is fighting what's his name? What was Michael B. Jordan's name in Black Panther? Killmonger. So they were just saying that it was a way of Marvel low key trying to say King the Conqueror fighting Killmonger, but like in another universe type shit, like just joking around.
I can see that.
Yeah,
so, I can see that.
So it was good. It was definitely a decent movie. What I did like though was that they fought in the baseball stadium. I thought that was cool.
It was a baseball stadium.
I was like, I thought that was pretty cool for the movie to go that hard and do on some like real pay-per-view level shit. Like that's what real boxing would be like that.
Yeah, but it's also, don't get twisted, half of that shit was CGI because ain't no way they filled up that stadium with that.
Oh nah. We
knew that.
Nah, yeah.
So like, I mean, and like visually, yes, I get what you mean.
Yeah, he came out the dugout alleyway. Mm-hmm. When they were walking out, they walked out the dugouts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that could all be seen. I doubt they did it in a because if you really think of the movie, it was really only in like a couple of like filmed in very small scenes. Like they weren't like all over. They had a beach scene. They had basically a lot in the gym that Michael B. Jordan owns and the house of his mother. Like they didn't really go far. They didn't go a lot. They didn't go a lot of places. And they had, from what I heard and what I read, they had a big budget. And from what I seen, I was like, damn, the budget that they had for what was shown, I don't know. I feel like someone pocketed some money and they still cracked the bank. So that's also a great job by Michael B. that he probably did so much with a big ass budget, but did so little at the same time. But it still turned out to be a good movie. But he pocketed some money.
Yeah,
I feel like he pocketed some money.
For sure. He definitely walked away with it.
They didn't throw that much money into the movie from what it looked like. They didn't throw that much money into it.
I mean, but it's a boxing movie, bro. Like, there's
only so much you can do.
Yeah, I thought I was watching 40-40. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that's what it's called, right? 40-40.
Not 40-40. You're talking about
He's talking about the documentary. 30 for 30.
Yeah, 30 for 30. There you go.
40-40. That's Jay-Z Club.
40-40 Club.
My fault.
No, you good. Go ahead.
30 for 30. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they do. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like one of those boxing the documentary stuff that they do before a fight type shit. But
yeah, facts.
Yeah, it was for fake like that. But they always have that training scene where they got to train and beef up and for the fight coming up. So it's all. But it was a good movie. But they definitely.
What about you, Jeff? What about you, Marv? You seen it?
Yes, I did see Creed 3. I saw Black Panther 2. I know we're talking about more Creed 3, but I did see Creed 3. I did see Man the Wasp 3. Both of them were very good, and I appreciated it. But I really love Creed 3 because it was a fun. The whole Creed series has been a fun take on the Rocky franchise, and that has been making me feel really good. And I hate to be biased, but it's cool to see when it's that black lead and all that good stuff. However, I just enjoy Rocky movies because boxing is fun. And it's fun to see that aspect. But Jonathan Majors played a really good villain, convincing California villain, just a straight Compton villain. Just the way they was acting about it, and the fact that as a nerd, Michael B. Jordan was able to incorporate anime elements.
He did
was
a lot.
Fire. He used Dragon Ball Z. He used Naruto. He used Hajime no Ippo. Of course, you'd be crazy to not use that in a boxing movie if you're gonna go with anime elements.
He's a big fan. He's a big anime fan.
Big fan.
And he said it in his what inspired him during these movies. All these different animes that inspired him to add certain key details that you would see from these certain animes. So it was dope. It's a nice spin. I respect that because he's paying to a genre, to our nerd genre. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's dope, and he's a big Hollywood star. And as you see it,
exactly.
He's bringing anime to the forefront.
Yes, he is. He's trying. He's trying. Because there was that whole movement where he did he had like a bunch of different Naruto-esque paraphernalia. I know it was a time. I forgot who we linked up with.
Are you talking about clothing or smoking?
Yeah, it was like clothing or something like that.
Paraphernalia has to do with smoke.
You talking
about apparel.
Apparel, yeah.
That's why I was like paraphernalia.
I was like, what he did with smoking? No, not with smoking, but I know what you're talking about. He did a clothing line with Coach with Naruto. It was a Naruto theme, and he was like, I don't know if he
wait. Who are you talking about?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he did the thing with Naruto.
He did with Naruto. He made he had it was like he had like a custom made jacket. He did like a custom made jacket. It was like a jean jacket with either I don't know if it was the Sharingan or one of the the Uchiha crest. The Uchiha crest he had on the back, and he had like some vest resembling like a Jonin's vest and for one of the ninjas. So he had some collabs and with Coach, which is a pretty big brand in the fashion world. So
I thought you were talking about since especially you. I'm surprised that you didn't know, or maybe you just not remembering right now. But the other dude, not Michael B, the other guy, Jonathan Majors. He just did a photo shoot, and they did it One Piece style,
Flamingo,
and they hit him with the Doflamingo, which came out stupid fire by the way.
He was getting flack for that. Well, not him in general, but like just like the overall premise of it. You know, social media, and they make
they was trying to cut him, but he rocked that
I
joint.
feel like he killed that shit. Yeah.
And the guy who set up the photo shoot did a OD good job to pay homage to Doflamingo and One Piece because it was pretty fucking identical, bro.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny because he had he had no shirt on, which Doflamingo doesn't really do. But hey,
there was pictures.
It.
There was pictures like that. Though.
Yeah.
He has them like Doflamingo, like with just his feathers on, and things like that.
But he was finessing it, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was your standard boxing movie about feeling like you had to hold a grudge, but you ain't owe nobody nothing. But I thought it was a good movie. It explored more of Creed's past.
I got two things to say before we go. The first thing I just remembered.
Okay.
There was one thing in the movie I thought that was mad funny. So Michael B. Jordan is trying to convince his main fighter to take the fight with the other dude, right? What does he say to convince him? He says, yo, you don't remember? Apollo gave Rocky the underdog chance, and look how great it turned out, right? Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, that's not a good reason because Rocky ends up beating that nigga.
Well, he loses.
And he loses the first time. That's what he's saying. Yeah, he loses the first one by decision.
That's what I feel like.
I was just like, yo, you telling your champ to take the losing story right now. That's what I heard. Because you telling him to be like, yo, take the underdog, just like Apollo took the underdog with Rocky. But we all know that Apollo ends up losing to Rocky in the long run. So I'm like, that's not good. That's not a good reason.
I don't think he was trying to go for the long route goal. I think he was just going for the short term goal. Like, if you accept this fight and you win, then you look like a good champion. Like, you're open to all challenges and you won't lose, so you're good.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that homie was going to pull all those dirty tricks and then win. And then
I mean, yo, I ain't gonna lie. The two of the things he was doing, I wasn't sure if that was even valid. Like punching him in the shoulder, I'm like, can you do that in boxing?
No.
Yeah, I was like,
he's supposed to lose. It's dirty. It's dirty.
That, and you know what was funny? When Michael B. Jordan goes to the beach, right? Mm-hmm. To go confront homie, he rocks the first dude, lays him out, right? And I was telling my girl, I said, yo, in real life, he's going to jail, my nigga. His hands is
legal,
registered
yeah.
Legal weapons, bro. You just laid the first dude out into the sand, son. You could.
The homie was gone.
I know in real life there's probably a boxer somewhere that rocks somebody. And everyone in the circle was like, I ain't snitching.
Like, everybody's doing the animation. He's so strong.
But yo, that's a fact. But all right, so if you had to choose though, which series we going with? Are we going with the Rocky series or are we going with the Creed series?
Rocky.
Only because the Rocky, I say the Rocky one's only better than the Creed series, only because they have better training monologues. Them training monologues go crazy, bro.
It's a better. Rockies are a better movie. They tell a better story. It's like Michael B. Jordan, and especially with this last one, they fast track through that whole shit. Like they fast track. Like, oh, he gets a shot at the belt. All right, boom. Michael B. Jordan has to fight them. They train, and then boom, final fight. Like, it wasn't like nothing magical. Like, there was not really a lot of character development like you've seen in like other things where you see other characters besides Rocky and Apollo and all. I mean,
it's just because you can't redo. How many times you gonna redo a boxing story? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. There's only so much that you can do. But I mean, again, the story for Creed, it's a nice spinoff of the thing. But me personally, as a movie watcher, and how I like a set of movies like a trilogy like Rocky is. I like to see consistency and movies like game and telling a story, you know. But that's why I would always go with Rocky, you know. And they're not done with this, by the way. They said it's the last. They already set it up. They already set it up for another thing.
They set it up for his little girl.
For the daughter.
They set it up. They set it up for the little girl.
And that's gonna be fine because she can't speak. She's deaf, and boom. So that's how they're gonna do it.
I hate to go full nerd.
You're gonna do it. He will do it.
Creed is better than Rocky.
Oh my God! Here we go.
For several reasons.
Explain, please.
People don't remember this, but the first Rocky movie, he stalks his girl. He stalks a woman home.
This is why.
And then presses her so that way she could get on a date with him.
Adrian?
Yeah. That's how he gets Adrian.
You also gotta realize the time. This ain't now. The times are different.
Word.
The times are
ain't have no internet.
There's no internet.
There ain't no fucking cell phone.
For him,
like my man had to Mac. He had to Mac, right? I understand.
He followed her home.
If you got
he didn't walk her home. Imagine you see some dude like, yo.
Back then was something unique. If you wanted a girl, that's what you got to do.
So what if she said no, and then he put his arm in front of like that? So they said she could have walked. Yeah, I swear, bro.
All right, well,
look it up. Rocky.
But she
I'm
not
gonna call him out.
She
I'm not gonna call him out his name, even though he's a fictional character. Yeah, clearly she liked it. Because now they had a kid and all this other shit.
That whole life. So sometimes you gotta go after what you want.
But that's why I said Creed is better because Creed is at the time.
That's the reason why.
He wasn't trying to get homegirl like that.
Oh my God.
And he scooped the girl that was basically the Rihanna of their universe.
Michael B. Jordan's a cheat code. He's a chiseled man.
No, he's already a chiseled man.
He's a chiseled man, so he don't got
to become rich in LA.
So
my son Rocky
came from the bottoms. He came from the bottoms.
My son Rocky was in like Harlem, bro.
The cool things I was saying about Rocky was that there were improvised moments. For example, him running the whole training montage, like Ann said, the first training montage he did was so improvised that when he ran through Philly, nobody knew he was shooting a movie. So every day they just saw the same guy running the same route and they were like, the fuck is he doing? And then eventually there's a scene where some guy throws like a fruit at him, like an orange, and Rocky turns around and catches it. That scene was never supposed to happen. He was running and he looked up and he just sees like an orange coming. He's like, oh, good looking. But it turns out the guy was throwing it to just be like, yo, what if you're trying to if you're trying to work out and better yourself, then here, like take a fruit. It's healthy. And
you sure? Or he was trying to tomato that nigga?
No, he wasn't having to.
He just didn't have a
with
tomato.
With a full orange, bro. In the back of the head.
He could have been trying to tomato him, but he just didn't have a tomato. So he opened his book bag. He had an orange.
Yeah, he just running like No, but that's why I think it's better. And then Rocky, the first 3 Rockies were great. And no, the first 4 Rockies were great. And then the last 2 Rockies were just sad. And then the 5th Rocky wasn't even that good. He street fought a guy in the middle of the street. It wasn't even a boxing match.
That's a story, bro. They showed you how he came up and his pinnacle of when he was the top fighter, and then they showed the after he's not a champion or after it's a story. So you see the whole progression of a fighter's life. which is
True.
So it's a progression. I like a story. You should like stories since you love One Piece. So you should appreciate the ups and downs
I love them
of
jazz.
things.
I love them
So you
jazz.
know that. So you don't want, if anything, in your sense, Creed would be bandwagon. And along to your how you view things, you would think Creed is bandwagon.
How?
What do you mean how? Because it's just hot right now. They got one of the hottest actors that show up. Beautiful cinematography, great music.
Okay.
So that's all bandwagon. They just that's a movie playing off a franchise that already solidified itself. Then they just added to it by getting all major stars. So think about it. Right or wrong? See or no? I'm wrong. I'm wrong. How am I wrong? Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Because Creed, the only star at the time, was Michael
B. Jordan,
right? And Sylvester
Stallone.
The first one.
Yes.
By the third one, everybody's more established. Tessa's more established. Jonathan's coming into his own.
Sylvester Stallone's not even in it.
Sylvester Stallone's not even in it.
Exactly.
They brought it. The worst part, I don't even think they showed a picture of that nigga.
Nah, they violated him in this movie.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was one thing I did notice. I'm like, yo.
They didn't even show where he went.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I understand that Creed is a different storyline, but
which is bullshit.
And the first one, my son is running a restaurant, and you know your boy's friends with him.
Nah,
I know, but he was in New York though. The restaurant was in New York, right? If I remember.
No, it was in Philly.
It was in Philly.
It was in Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, but he in LA. Homie in LA.
Yeah, he moved to LA basically. Once he became the champ,
they said you could FaceTime him. Like, you know
I understand it's called Creed, but you gotta tell me where Rocky went. You gotta tell me where he went.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still where he went.
He's like, I left that bug back in Philly.
They didn't even mention. Like, I think they mentioned him like once in the movie.
Yeah,
maybe once. And I'm like, damn,
bro, they didn't, bro. I don't remember.
I think they did.
They mentioned Apollo
in the beginning
multiple times because this is pops. But other than that,
yo, man, that's what I'm just saying. Like,
no, you're allowed to. Hey, this is what we do here at Nerds in the Hood.
You gave me one bullshit reason why you don't like it because Rocky was stalking his wife. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I told you I didn't like the fifth movie. And the sixth movie, you wanted me to believe that Rocky, 30 so years past his prime, was able to keep up with this young man.
You're talking about 6 movies with 3 movies with Creed. Come on.
Hey, I know. We could come back to this conversation when Creed is 6 movies in.
I won't.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you right now.
We could.
The Rockies were all, as the Rocky itself, it's way better than Creed.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Better stories. Gives you more motivation. You feel motivated after a Rocky movie. You know, I didn't feel motivated after Creed.
I felt motivated after Creed 1. Creed 1, remember he was running in the middle of the Philly streets and all the goons was on the dirt bikes and Meek Mill was playing in the background.
Alright, so they replaced Rocky with Michael B. Jordan and Meek Mill and his boys.
This is Rocky for the streets, son.
But let me ask you, were you motivated because my man was running or because Meek Mills was playing in the background?
Because he was running.
Meek Mills is a motivational ass nigga, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I love running on the treadmill saying I did shit with Mariah.
Because Meek Mills, boy. Because Meek Mills, boy. Nigga, nightmares.
Listen, they're both motivational. It's just one was more motivational during a time where it meant something to be motivated. So he had 4 movies where he felt motivated, except for the 4th one where they just randomly killed Apollo Creed. But you had 4 movies where you felt motivated, and the 5th movie you just felt depressed. And then the 6th movie you felt depressed, and then he did give a motivational speech to his son. And his son was like, this is why I'm not a boxer. This is why I'm some fucking stockbroker and shit. So I thought the first 4 Rockies were good. No, stop it. The first 4 Rockies were good. But everybody knows that Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa wasn't good.
All right, so forget those last 5. You would rather the first 3 Creeds over the first 4 Rockies? Actually, no. Just do 3 and 3. The first 3 Creeds and first 3 Rockies.
Oh, which one? 100%. First 3
okay,
Creeds.
then. So
first 3 Creeds.
First 3 Creeds are better than the first.
Double take. He was like, oh,
because he thought he already said Rocky.
I think he said Rocky.
Nah, he said the first 3 Creeds.
Yeah, I was like,
over the first 3 Rockies.
The double
You're
take.
bugging out.
The double take was real.
He's bugging out.
He said, what?
You are bugging out. The only flaw I have with the Rocky shit is that I feel like they went a little bit too hard with killing Apollo in the ring. That was
what I'm saying.
Yo, man, that's how you felt like, yo, it's on site. It's on site.
I understand they wanted to prove a point and Rocky had to come back for the revenge, but smoking a nigga in the ring
my son's body was twitching on the thing.
And let's not forget, we do have Rocky to thank for Creed. You know why? Because Rocky didn't throw the damn towel in Rocky 4, and then Creed got bodied, and then what happened to young Creed? Remember the story?
But look, that's even better because it's showing you the progression from what happened from the first movies into the thing. He saw what happened to his pops. He was like, I can't let that happen again, so let me throw in the towel. So it's different.
I would never want him trading me.
Oh my god.
I would have been like, you ain't gonna throw the towel for me.
He didn't even
you ain't
trade
throw the towel
Apollo.
for my dad.
He didn't even trade Apollo though. He was like, that was an exhibition match.
No,
he wasn't supposed to die.
He didn't.
He wasn't supposed to die.
I know
It
he
was an
didn't trade
exhibition.
Apollo, but he was in his corner.
The
And
Russian
remember-
got out of hand and killed him.
And what did that one black guy say?
Nah.
Throw the damn towel.
He's all
Yeah.
sweating on the side.
He just stayed
Throw
there like,
the towel.
what do I do? And by the time he
Because
throws it,
his
homie's
fans
like,
told him, don't throw the towel. That's it. Listen, you're not going to convince me that the first three Queens with Michael B. Jordan's acting is better than all that. Come on, stop.
what a coincidence. You're not going to convince me.
I'd rather Sylvester Stallone.
What a Kawiki dick. It's all good. Before we get to the Ant-Man 3 ends, any shout-outs we got to show on here? Oh, Black Ramen Podcast in the building.
Factory.
Shout out to them. They throw fire karaoke joints. Nerds in the Hood, we will be pulling up when they have their next one. They throw fire karaoke joints. They throw fire events. They got their own podcast. They do their thing on there. And they talk their joint. And what we got here?
And Montez was in the building.
Montez was in the building. Shout out to Triggy Ann. We see you, sister. We appreciate you. She has her own podcast too. Make sure you follow these people, man. They doing their things with their podcast. So shout out to them. They all on there as well. And anybody else who's still here, we appreciate y'all watching thus far. We are not finished, but we appreciate y'all watching thus far. So Ant-Man 3, y'all. Ant-Man 3.
So we gonna so you wanna talk about it? We gonna talk about it?
Yes, sir. Please. And thank you.
So
Did we do a review on this already?
No,
Nah,
remember,
we haven't
and
talked about
together
Ant-Man
as
3.
a squad.
So we all seen what is it called? Quantumania. So we can all agree that we didn't go see this for Paul Rudd, right?
I like Paul Rudd.
But this wasn't I don't know. I feel
like
like I'm not saying that I don't like Ant-Man, and I love Paul Rudd as an actor, but I think that Marvel has reached a point where their movies are no longer really about the main character. It's about it's about the villain they're introducing.
Well, it's that, but they're also introducing new heroes and shit like that.
Yeah. They introduce new heroes.
We got a new hero and a new villain.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We now have Kang the Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
Kang the Conqueror. What you call it? He's gonna come out and
he's the main villain.
yeah, he's the main villain, and he honestly took over the whole movie.
Again, another nod to Jonathan Majors. He did that that role phenomenally. He killed it. Honestly, he's already becoming one of my favorite villains in MCU. Already.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
He's already top probably maybe top 3, top 5.
He definitely showed that he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, and acting wise, he's no matter where he shows up now, it's gonna be intense.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking forward to it.
Yeah,
right.
Like I don't know when's the next movie he might pop up, but I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Well, you'll see him more in MCU now. He'll be in.
No, I know. I'm just saying the next MCU movie that he's gonna be in. Because, I mean, I don't want to put too much spoilers out there for the people who haven't seen it yet. But as we already know, King the Conqueror is basically undefeatable because he has unlimited versions of himself from all the what they call it, all the multiverses. All the multiverses. Mm-hmm. The difference is that everyone else usually doesn't contact their other versions, whereas him, all his multiverses versions are one, conquerors, and two, like to talk to each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which is different because Captain America, Iron Man, all these dudes, that means they have multiverses, right? They have alter egos out there. Mm-hmm. Thor, mm-hmm. From the Loki TV show, we seen that Loki had mad versions of himself, even an animal, right?
Even a female version of himself.
So not many of them are interacting, but King the Conqueror already has shown in this movie that his peoples is together, and we about to try to conquer some shit. So, like, yeah. So,
it's funny that you say that. So, that you talk about, Kang and all his versions of himself. What I sent to us in the post, a post that I forgot if it was a specific person. I think it was John Favreau that said it. He's not it wouldn't be surprised if we could possibly see Robert Downey Jr. Returning as he said. It's not outlandish to think that it's a possibility just because we're dealing with time travel. They're using it, and we're dealing with all these multi dimensions. So it could be a window of possibly Robert Downey returning as Iron Man. So I like the multiverse theory. I like where it's going. So hopefully we see something great.
There's always that possibility. You're not wrong, bro.
Yeah.
There is always that possibility. Because that's what they said about Angela Bassett when her character went out in Black Panther 2. They were like, there's always a possibility she could come back in a multiversal form. So we're looking at the same thing when it comes to this type of situation. I thought the movie was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
If I'm going to see Ant-Man, I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm going to see that movie, Paul Rudd is one of the reasons I'm going to see it. There's not a lot of funny guys in the MCU as it is, so he's like...
True, I'll give you that.
He's up there with him, Downey, Chris Pratt. It's really kind of... Some others there, but that's the main core. Batista.
I just feel like... continue. I just feel like that. I said that because Ant-Man, as great as he is, let's be honest, his powers are not that crazy. He shrinks and he gets big. That's his thing. The grandfather, I think, is cooler.
Well, he can fight.
He can fight. But the grandfather is cooler to me because he actually controls ants and shit. Which is
that's cause, technology.
But they're two different Ant-Man. So
I know.
I know.
Yeah. So the Paul Rudd Ant-Man, he can shrink and he can get big.
Yeah.
And as someone who's into comic books and fight scenes or whatever, I do look forward to seeing characters fight. So when it comes to Ant-Man, I'm just like, man, he's just gonna cook this dude by either going man small or getting man big.
Hey, that's what it gotta be, That's what's the beauty of Ant-Man. It's just his uniqueness compared to like an Iron Man or a Hulk is that he chooses to get big and small, and he can slightly control insects.
Yeah.
So it is kind of cool that he does change his size, and it is cool that we get the reveal of his daughter now going to be a hero.
Yeah.
If you're a comic fan, you already knew this, but she can change her size too. They just did it in their own Marvel way of her learning how to control her powers, and they took it from there. So I appreciated the movie.
I liked it.
It got a lot of mixed reviews. I'm not gonna say it was a horrible movie, and I'm not gonna say it wasn't that good.
Why would people say it was horrible?
I don't know.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, right? It was just like it wasn't.
That's crazy. The first two. I feel like
everyone I feel like those people are the ones that like are still thinking about the phase 1 and like, all it took to get to where we're at now. It's like it's not gonna be like the old phases. Like everything is different. You're seeing new people, so it's not gonna be the same feel that we did when we were like waiting for Thanos and all that stuff. So
I was fucking with it.
I liked it.
I like the fact that they went to the quantum realm. Like in actuality, we've seen everything that happens in the show, in all the Marvel series, happens on Earth. Like it's been happening in this somewhat present time. We had the blip. We had.
They went other places.
Yeah, we had the blip. We had Thor. We had the blimp. We come back from it. Then we have Doctor Strange doing his thing with the multiverse stuff now. And then you're like, all right, cool. You want to bring in more characters? How can you bring them in?
Right.
And they take you to the quantum realm, which is
right.
cool. Like
that's right.
That's not bad, bro.
It's
we
not
can
bad.
We still on Earth, still same time period, but we just dealing with some whole other shit right now.
So, a whole nother world.
Yeah,
but that's just how it is. Some people are just like that, true people who feel like, oh, you gotta be true to the comics and things of that nature. But again, it is Hollywood. It has to be digestible by the masses, not just the select fan base. But I feel like they did a good job selling to both worlds. So other people are always gonna be extra critical on certain things. But I like the movie. I like how they did it. Kang killed it. John DeMajors, all that. Paul Rudd did a great job as he usually does. I think it was a good movie. Not the best Marvel movie, but it was good. It was good for what it was.
Yeah, I felt like the fight between Kang the Conqueror was exactly what it needed to be. Could it have been any better? I don't really know. I mean,
it's also the first real movie that we see him like do work. So
yeah, exactly. And like I did want them to elaborate more on why he was the exiled one, but that's about it.
I mean, they told you what it was.
Not really.
Yeah,
didn't they say it in Loki?
Oh, in
They
Loki?
And Loki kind of explains.
That's the same version of him from Loki, right? Or no?
No, because
No,
she
he
killed
kills
that
him.
one.
Right. He kills
And
that
this is another one.
another
So
one.
he kind of explains
The
his own
one
way
in
too.
Loki,
but those are all different characters.
Yeah,
Like,
but
technically.
He
They're
just
all-
explains the story of the multiversal war in a sense.
Yeah, and he explains that he did some shit that technically broke the balance of the line, right? That's what he says. But in this shit,
I'm pretty sure.
King the Conqueror was exiled by the higher ups
Right.
to the quantum realm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Broke down,
She explained it
Yeah,
when she was So I don't remember the exact explanation, but they explained like a little bit of why he's there at that moment.
Yeah.
They did exile him. I forgot what it was.
When
Because he was conquering. He was killing other universes.
Yeah, but she touched the spear.
Yeah, she saw it.
saw what he went through.
Yeah, but no, she saw him going to other universes and destroying them and conquering them. That's what he saw. But my question is that I was trying to figure out is why did the other conquerors exile him? That's what it was.
Because of that. Yes, that's what because.
But they're all conquerors. That's what they all do.
All right.
It was just that one.
That was the reason that they gave us in the movie. So that's what we know so far.
the reason they gave us in the movie.
That's the movie.
Because when they go to the other planet and they show all the other conquerors for a second, one of them says something. Oh, so the exile one. Da 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 da.
Yeah, because they know of him.
Yeah, I know, because they're the one that exiled him.
Yes.
But I'm saying, what was the real reason behind why he
It's
got
a story.
cut from the group?
That's the
That's the story that they're probably
they're gonna roll
elaborate
out.
more
Because
on.
for you to
They
get
can't tell us all right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like,
yeah. For
For
you to be kicked out by the group, then my reason, like I wish that was something they had to elaborate a little bit more on, because that's what I was really into. Like I get that he was in the quantum realm, I get that he was stuck down there, but why was he stuck down there?
Right. No, I get what you're saying, and that's probably what's gonna be, because even at this point, folks, it's been over a month, so there will be some spoilers. We can feel safe talking about it because it's been over a month. By now, it'll probably be on Disney Plus in a few weeks. But you do see a brief clip of the new season of Loki, and they show him in what appears to be his best Frederick Douglass outfit, because they go back in time to some period.
Oh,
yeah.
But so that's the new season of Loki started already?
No.
No, that was at the end of
it was a teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at the end.
I don't think that's gonna. You think that's gonna be in the new series? That's cutscene, or
okay.
was that cutscene? Because you remember the Loki show kind of ends with like everything getting fucked up. Remember, like it was like all fucked up.
And he goes back and he goes to another universe where none of them know who Loki is. And the reason I knew it was connected is because when they're standing in the crowd and they're looking at him, Morbius, who's played by Owen Wilson, he looks at Loki and he says, "You made it seem like he was some big shot or whatever," which means he doesn't even remember what's going on. This is a whole different Morbius. So that's what I knew. And the clip, you could look at the quality. If for those who end up who saw it, you know what I saw. It was formatted to look more like a movie quality, but it was TV quality. I saw it in the screen. I was like, yeah, this shit was ripped straight from the fucking episode. It was ripped straight from that shit.
So, I know that I get what you're saying. Okay, I do know that. I was trying to figure out if it was present time in the Loki show, as in everything has happened already, or was that in the middle of one of the missions and Loki's trying to explain to him like, yo, this is the dude we need to watch out for, and then we go back to Loki and it continues as they didn't listen to Loki at the time and everything falls apart.
Well, like Dev said, that's a story that we have to see play out. Yeah. Next up is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I believe. I don't know if there's a TV show in between, but we know that next up we have Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then whatever falls in place after that. So we'll have to wait and see if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 even like dives into that realm of the multiverse, or if they're just doing a swan song for these guys and seeing them on their way. We don't know what it could be. This is one of those rare occasions where we really have to wait and see. I don't know any rumors about it.
Yeah, word.
Marvel is very tight-lipped about what is coming, who's gonna show up, what surprises we're gonna get, and I'm all for that. Like I'd rather just wait and watch a movie and go, oh, even though one of the movie trailers is probably gonna show the person, and we're gonna be like, oh, I already knew it was him or her. But we'll see, because we don't even know. Even Elizabeth Olsen said that if she had to take a guess if you had to take a guess, the Scarlet Witch will return in the Agatha TV series. So she don't even know when she's coming back, or she's just playing coy, which is the right thing to do. So
They gonna bring her back.
The Scarlet Witch gotta take a break.
Well, I'm not saying they not. I'm just saying she don't even know when she gonna come back.
Because she got cooked in Doctor Strange, so she can sit down for a little while.
Sure, people like Scarlet Witch.
Nah, I give her props. She made the Vision show definitely 100% worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
I give it that. And then, but her and Doctor Strange, I mean, she was a problem. She was a difficult villain. But what more are you gonna do with her?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They probably won't give her another movie, but she'll show up.
She'll show up.
Like if you throw in another villain fight with her, you would have to give her another villain. Like you'd have to raise her up, right?
Right.
So she's gonna be OP.
She went crazy in.
That's what I'm saying.
She went crazy in that last movie though, killing all like the whole what was the league that they were?
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. Yeah. That fight was crazy. I was like, oh, killing people.
Yeah, bro, she went crazy, bro. When she was coming through even in Doctor Strange, when she was coming through the reflection, dragging them, I was like, nah.
It was wild. Yeah, exactly. So it remains to be seen, but we will. As Nerds in the Hood, we will keep you posted on what is to come from these future Marvel projects. And by the time Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out, we're definitely going to debate like who had the best trilogy. Because I'm going to wait for that one, because that'll be one of the last trilogies to pull up from deep. So let's move on to a very interesting movie that these two gentlemen wanted me to see.
It was a Disney special.
Yeah, so moving from Disney movies with Marvel to just straight original Disney films, these two gentlemen wanted me to watch a movie known as Chang, Can, Dunk.
What you thought about that?
Oh, okay. Well, first
coming from the hood.
Coming from the hood. That's why you wanted me to watch it?
Nah.
Come on. I mean,
I honestly wanted you to watch it so you could be just as mad as I was, because he told me to watch it. So he came here to my house and was like, yo, Perry told me to watch it. He's like, yo, Perry told me to watch this movie. He was watching it. So he got it from Perry.
First off, I was gonna rate that yesterday, and I was like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to sound racist.
So because when I watched this whole movie, I saw the end. I was like, yo, nah, you did not deserve to sit here.
I was like, I think I know.
Say what you gotta say about the movie first. Let me hear your.
It wasn't garbage. It just it gave me Disney Channel vibes, which was cool. But it just was one of those movies where it was like. What? Like it was just so random, and then like him.
But is it though? Is it random?
Well, we've seen this in Disney movies before, where they gets all the fame goes to his head, and he thinks he's hot stuff.
That part I get, but the overall gist of a dude who just wanted to try to.
So yeah, explain the movie for the people. What?
Since you were the one that picked it that made him watch it, who then made me watch it, I think it's best.
Me and Dev watched it together because someone, like I said, someone suggested. But
the name was already out there. So
so the gist of the movie is it's called Chang, Can, Dunk, and it's based. I mean, I might end up spending the whole movie, but it's basically about
it's fine.
An Asian high school kid named Chang who he's like not the most popular kid in the school. Mm-hmm. He's not getting bullied though, is he? Not really. Not really.
They just everybody has their own lane.
Yeah. He's not. He's just not.
He plays ball,
but he plays ball. Exactly. He can hoop.
He's just not great.
I believe he's a sophomore or junior, right?
That was the weird part. I didn't know what.
But anyway,
I assume he was a senior because he roasted his classmate and was like, "You're not even going D1 when you get in college." He was roasting that.
That's true.
He was roasting that.
That roast session had me dying.
Wow. You're not even going D1. I said, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's true. So basically, he's a baller. He's a self baller, right? And he wants to dunk. And
not because he wants to dunk. He gets teased that he can't dunk.
No, but prior to that, they show you that he's a baller, but he wants to dunk. That's why they start off with him practicing dunks in his crib, like playing around.
No, he was just playing. He was just shooting around.
Yeah,
just shooting. He didn't want to dunk. He wasn't determined to dunk until he got called out saying, "Oh, His friend was like, "Oh, but you can't even dunk," type thing. So he was like, "Oh, word? Nah, I can't dunk."
Yeah.
Dunk,
So basically, he makes a bet that he can dunk, with one of the more popular kids in school and probably their best basketball player. So
yo, you saw homeboy hit game winner in front of a girl. Yo, I was like,
that was swag.
I was like, nah, he just swagged that real quick.
And he said right in front of this one's for you. You came.
Yeah.
I would have been like, nah, we scrapped.
Yo,
this
can I
to the game,
finish?
bro.
So my bad.
Nah, you right.
But you guys right though. So like he just challenges the best basketball player on the team that he could dunk, and he gives himself basically the whole school year.
Gave himself 11 weeks.
11
like a couple months basically.
Yeah, couple months.
I was like,
and he
yeah,
trains
right.
and he trains really hard. He trains really hard to end up dunking. But there's a little twist in the movie. I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna talk about it because that shit got me tight.
Yeah, I don't mind the spoilers.
I'm gonna do
movie.
spoilers.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
Alright, so basically,
nobody's gonna go damn.
He dunks, but we find out that he didn't really dunk. He cheated, and he has to prove himself and go through the whole stuff all over again. And he ends up joining a basketball team in training. But you know, the best part of the movie is the end of the movie, which is.
So basically,
which is
the movie is called
we don't know
Chang Can Dunk.
Yep.
So he cheated once,
Mm-hmm.
and then miraculously he just trains. He gets on the basketball on the basketball team.
Mhm.
They check. This is the last 5 minutes of
Yep.
the movie, and
They
they brought him in.
for garbage time.
He gets brought in for garbage
He
time.
was up like 30.
So we're thinking, I'm like, oh, he's gonna dunk in game, of course. So
he has to prove that he doesn't know how to dunk.
A play happens. He gets a steal. He gets a fast break, and he's going up. And I'm like, oh, he's about to like dunk it in game. You see him in slow motion go to dunk the ball,
like, oh.
and then boom, end credits.
Yep. You don't even know if he did it.
We don't know if he dunked it
just
or
close.
missed.
Yeah.
It just went to end credits. And when I tell you I saw the end of that movie, I looked at this man. I was like, I know damn well I didn't watch this whole movie. I ain't see this man dunk once.
1 hour and 50 minutes, folks.
Once.
Minus the credits.
An hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I was losing my mind,
Yo.
dude. The movie is
It was
called
a
Chang
great,
Can
it was a
Dunk.
great movie. The reason why I thought it was a great movie, I mean,
Nah. It was dark, too, at times.
oh yeah, it got real.
It got dark. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh. Okay,
He was
Disney just
struggling
took
for this dunk.
a real dark
He was
turn.
struggling for this dunk.
He was struggling for this dunk.
He was struggling for this dunk, my man. But the
you say
reason
it-
why
I'll give it to Disney, though, on that, because they actually showed that kind of cool, but I was like, wow, this is a little bit dark.
You say your thing, because I got the kicker right here.
the reason why I even thought it was a decent movie at all is because
I was laughing through that whole thing.
because if you come from the hood, right? You want to dunk, bro. If you play basketball, everybody wants to dunk.
That's
like
true.
they said in the movie, the point of dunking means that you swag, you flashy. Like you don't dunk because you just dunk. You dunk to show off. So if you play basketball, to dunk on somebody is even more disrespectful than anything else. Like you just posterize that kid, right?
Mm.
So, you know, I thought it was relatable in the sense of like people who watch this and you know how Disney shows always trying to relate to their audience. You know, there's a bunch of people who's trying to dunk, bro. Like this is it's just part of basketball. Especially in high school. In high school you definitely trying to dunk.
You trying your hardest.
You trying your hardest. Now, I will say this though. Did you guys only find it interesting because he was Asian though? That's why, because like.
It's playing on the stereotypical that you know
That they can't dunk.
They can't dunk, like so, you know. But they even say that with some like young white teens that maybe they can't dunk either. But it's like a stereotype, and it's like them overcome. It's like it's overcome.
it was overcoming thing, and I was that's why I was laughing at because I was just like, yo, they really was like, yo, we gonna make this movie Chang Can Dunk.
Well, they're giving light to that audience, you know. That's and. You know, with all the progressive moves and showing support for the Asian community, of course, like you'll see that, especially from Disney. Yeah. But it wasn't. It wasn't a bad movie. But I was just mad because I watched this whole movie and I didn't see this man dunk once. I was so upset, and I was like, Anthony, don't ever suggest anything.
Ever suggest it again.
Yo,
I bring this to my house.
Yo, I mean, I didn't know how good or bad it was either. We found out together watching that shit. But
So first off, he did dunk.
The rim was short.
So he just shortened the rim.
Yeah, then he lowered it.
I didn't see a real dunk.
So
That's how to
Chang,
read that.
hold on. Chang did dunk.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Because here's the thing about the movie you guys
That was
gotta
the
realize.
wackest dunk.
It was a whack dunk. But also, he's a nerd. So he used his nerd tactics to fool the school bully or popular guy, whatever you want to call him. They used a nerd tactic. Why? This is why. He said, I bet you I can dunk the ball. And he was like, I bet. At no point did they say regulations. No
Come on,
point
man.
did they
Everybody
say...
knows that it's
You don't
regulation.
even get respect for regulation.
No, you do get respect for regulation. But the bet never said how high the rim had to be.
Because that's something
But
that's
that's
automatic.
That's not my problem.
Yo,
'Cause that's
especially since the homie, he could dunk on regulation. They
can.
proved it.
But when he made the bet, did he say, I bet you I could dunk on this regulation?
Yo,
rim?
but it's
Or did he
because-
say, I bet you I could dunk?
It's
I
because
get you, but in a high school setting,
No,
they're
in a
not
high
gonna-
school setting-
they're not gonna realize.
No, no.
It's also because the
respect
argument,
that.
you gotta understand when you arguing with someone, especially about ball, you like, and the other person's like, yo, you can't dunk. The person who's saying that better be able to dunk on regulation. Because,
Right. You're right.
Because you can't both be like, nah, I can't dunk either, but I know you definitely can't dunk.
But there's a difference between on regulation and saying it in a bet. So if you say, oh, I bet you can't dunk it right now, yeah, you have one moment to put up or shut up. But if I'm saying it in a bet, all I said was, I bet you I can dunk it, and I didn't say how. No, that's how he got it. Because remember,
So you would have lowered the rim?
hell the fuck yeah, I would have lowered the rim was a bet.
Everyone would have looked at you like, nah, that's not valid.
Marvin, it would have been valid. That's why they took it away from him to begin with. Not only did he front for a while, it was like, that don't count, bro. You cheated.
Well, he had to front. There was that. You can't just turn around and be like, haha, I got your ass. Because they're going to be like, you cheated, bro. So he had to front.
He let the hype get to him.
Also, his biggest mistake was his dumb ass went, one, this is why Chang can dunk can't work today. This is why. Because remember what we just said about the whole Rocky thing and all that? If Chang Can Dunk came out in 1995, right? This would have been the greatest movie ever. Because nobody would have known that he cheated. Because it would have never went viral. He would have just dunked it and walked off. Like, yeah, y'all see this? And if the white kids try to be like, yo, you sure you didn't lower the rim?
Then what's the
You
plot?
don't know what you're talking about,
You gotta
bro.
put a plot twist.
There was no, it had to be a plot twist. And that was the plot
But
twist.
that's the greatest thing about the internet, because they love fucking myth busting.
Yeah, and you know where else he messed up? He went on ESPN, and ESPN was like, ESPN was super hood for this, by the way. It was like, come outside,
Make
that shit again.
Make him dunk it
On an even higher rim.
with the wind.
That was a regulation rim. The rim you was
Nah, that
But the
one-
conditions, why they
But the
couldn't put him
conditions
in?
worse,
They
yeah.
could have put him in the studio.
They
Put a
made him
rim.
dunk on the pier, bro.
Bro.
In the wind.
I was
On a
like, why are
cold-
you outside?
in a cold day in New York.
I was dying.
My man was standing there like I was not told. Because if that was me, I would have been like, my lawyer told me not to do it or something. I would have made something up. I would have copped the plea. Like, yo, fam, I wasn't told this beforehand. I got to get a running start. I got to stretch. No, you good. No, I'm not. My mom said I can't do it. You know, something. But he didn't do that. The hype went to his head. That doesn't mean the movie was trash. That was not where the movie went wrong. No.
Movie went wrong in a lot of places.
It went wrong in a lot of different places.
It's a good movie, bro.
However, like I said, first off, second off, if I stuck into school in the middle of the night to lower a rim, I should be expelled from that school.
Yo.
The
They're about to press charges.
Yeah, they're about to press charges.
They're about to go to jail.
Yes.
That's why I was like, yo, this shit got dark.
Yeah.
Yo, but
it's
it's because he was a good student.
Yeah, and then they
And
were.
he wasn't a kid that got in trouble, so they was just like,
Let's say, yo, make an apology video right now.
Yeah, make an apology.
They were
video.
just like,
shake
yo.
your head.
They gave that man the laundry list that they gave to Kyrie for him to come back. Yo.
And then so there was just different parts and different realms of the movie were just like, what? But there was one part where I was like, I think I know why Ant wanted us to watch this. So when he first bets the kid that he could dunk, the kid's like, you don't have anything I want. And he's like, oh yeah? And he thinks about it. He tries to throw like a couple of random bets. And he's like, yo, bet me your Kobe jersey. And he's like, all right, but you still don't have anything that I want from you. And he's like, all right, I'll shave my head. He was like, I don't care about that. So then he stops and he thinks about it. He goes, I got a limited edition Charizard card.
First edition.
First edition
Charizard card. Shadow edition.
Shadow edition.
And he's like, ooh.
Yeah, and that's what got me. Because
That's the nerd on the corner.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
He's like, oh.
Oh,
It's like,
he was
that's like
yeah,
$3,000.
That's just like $3,000. Everybody's like, oh. And then Tyler Creed, his little brother, I don't know who that guy is, but he definitely looked like Tyler. He kept popping up and was just like, yo, shit real. He was the greatest instigator at every point. When he lost the bet, homie was like, yo, I gotta give you props. That was a, you know what I'm saying? That was a good dunk. And then Tyler Creed's brother goes, that's cute. Shave his head! I was like, yeah. Give me that snugger. I was like, who is this kid? And why was he never in my class? This kid is the best kid ever.
Yeah, they had some funny moments.
It had funny moments, don't get me wrong. It just, and you know what's even better? The opening montage showed different people dunking over time. Showed like Dr. J, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, LeBron James. I didn't see Jeremy Lin at all. And I did see Yao Ming.
But shout out to they showed love to my man Kobe.
They did show love to Kobe.
It was a Kobe movie.
It was a Kobe movie.
Kobe inspired. Kobe inspired. So I respect that. I was like,
that was his inspired basketball.
But my thing was, when Jeremy Lin was on the Knicks, there was a game where he won the game by dunking.
Are you saying they should have used?
Where they used that?
That's true. They should have.
He wasn't a high flyer dunking. They used the high
flyers. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't dunking.
He wasn't. They used.
He did dunk a couple times.
Yeah,
so that actually would have been
dunks.
He did have a couple dunks.
I seen enough.
They should have actually. They dropped the ball with that. That's crazy. They dropped the ball with that. How you not? That's like a layup. Right? Come on. You should.
I seen a couple of Jeremy Lin dunks. He right.
Yeah, Yao Ming, I understand. Dude was 8 feet tall, basically. But Jeremy Lin, maybe they didn't want to be like. You know, because we would have all saw that part.
Maybe they didn't want to
typical.
They didn't want to pander to it.
Typical.
I see, but I feel like it would have done.
Then it gives away the narrative that he can't. Would have been like, I saw it, man dunk like 3 times. But no. Other than that, the movie was okay. But there was a lot of things that just like made me sit there and go, what? Like Dev said, the fact that in 10 weeks, homie was already like pretty much up there. When for most of us it takes a while. Then he randomly just like hits up
the trainer. Like how you got?
Yeah, like if I'm the mom, I'd have been like, I never agreed to this. My son is underage. You going to jail, buddy? This is over. This movie is over for you. So it's just a lot of things where I just laughed at. It was a long movie too.
I mean, I don't think that he was doing anything too crazy though.
Who? The basketball coach?
And
I'm just fine. It's funny how. It was funny to me how easy it was for him to access this high level basketball trainer.
He was underage, bro. You gotta have a consent, my boy.
I mean, I get that, but the him reaching out to the trainer wasn't that big of a deal because
you're right.
The dude wasn't that famous. He used to be a good basketball player who has now a whack YouTube channel. So he was.
He's a trainer. No,
but he
didn't need him. He was already.
But he wasn't training anyone. That was his first kid.
No, it was.
He says it.
He says it.
He says it. He says
he just made videos where he was like cosplaying and dunking on people, and he said he was trying to teach people how to hoop.
Yeah,
and he was like, go ahead.
He was like, why did you pick me or whatever? And he was like, I liked your videos. Plus you answered whatever.
Right.
And then he decides he's like, if I train you to dunk. Then other people start hitting me up to train, and I'll automatically blow up. Yeah. He was like, so fuck it, I'll take it.
That's why his friend was like, I'm going to make high quality videos so your videos can blow up.
Yeah.
Because he was like, your videos are pretty trash, like quality wise. And then he was like,
maybe I missed that.
That part made me laugh. He was like, I want Michael Bay quality.
Michael Bay.
Like, Michael Bay.
He said, you want Michael Bay? You got me.
Yeah, he was like, all right, man. But it was just the way he started. He was like, Michael Bay, man.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'll give you Scorsese. He's like, nah, I want Michael Bay.
It's like, I didn't say I was going to give you all that. I just said I was going to give you 4K, bro. You was doing 720 for 8 years.
My boy did invest in his boy, though. That man bought cameras. He bought a drone. I was like, yo.
Shout out to the Verizon check. The Verizon check was looking good.
They definitely also had to, they probably also, they also definitely was making money off the YouTube channel at some point. They just wasn't saying that.
The hustle of the low.
It was exactly the low. There was something happening there.
Something that we did not know about the money being invested by that black man. That's why when he was at, that's why when he went to ESPN and his 2 friends went to sleep, he stayed in the parking lot, just in the car, because he was like, I can't let this investment leave, bro.
Yeah.
I can't let this
it's too much. Bro, the reason they were showing the likes was that so that you could understand that he went from that Urkel dunking bad view to 60,000 views, 70,000 views. Like, they really went viral, bro. They was blowing up.
Yeah.
So it was pretty. I thought it was pretty relatable in the sense of those kind of jokes that they threw in there. Like, this is the world we live in now. People are aiming to go viral. Like,
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was doing everything. Yeah, it was about him doing everything for attention. That's why his mom kept saying that. Like, why are you doing this? What is your purpose? Like, why do you want these people to care about what you think?
He also was just tired of being not noticed.
That's true.
He was just over it.
And in high school, it is like, especially when you go to a co-ed school, you want that attention.
Yeah, word.
We didn't go to co-ed. So we didn't care about dunking. But we were in the park where there were girls, and then we cared about dunking. When we went to school, it was like, man, I'll shoot this.
Can you dunk? I know I can't dunk.
Not anymore.
I can't dunk at all. I have two.
You said not anymore. This nigga said it like he could dunk.
When I was in high school, I was Chang. I was missing, but I was at least touching the rim.
Oh, I can touch the rim.
Yeah, I was grabbing the rim, and then the ball would just be like, no.
Once I do is backboard, barely.
Yeah,
I can touch the rim.
I'm not gonna say I act like I was doing LeBron.
I was getting stuffed though, like ding.
yeah. Well, you're like, all right, I'm getting there, and then you get bless you, and then you get older, and you're like, all right, let me go to college and get these girls. So you forget about it. But
my basketball career died a long time ago.
Well, mine just might be done.
But it's never over. Go find a Chang and trade a Chang, bro.
I need to.
No disrespect.
With my legs, nah.
No, you just tell him what to do and he'll do it.
Yeah.
Or
so
let him push
what not to do.
Push you on the scooter. Just like homie was pulling his car, he pushes you on the scooter. Just be like, yo, we almost there to the deli. You know what I'm saying? Go get my sandwich.
Funny movie. I laughed. I was so upset.
Go see it. Yeah,
I mean,
it ain't hot garbage.
If you got 2 hours to just kill,
it's just a very random film.
It's a good Disney. It's a good Disney.
Good Disney joint.
Good Disney joint. Classic.
It's just a very random film, folks.
Damn, random?
It is. Disney Channel films were random, so this is the spirit of Disney Channel because it's a random film. Come on, man. We grew up about girls going to military school and girls of the 21st century and a dude that woke up and found out his mom was a leprechaun. We grew up to that shit. The nigga that found out when he turned 13 he's a mermaid. I could go on and on. So this is similar to that in the sense that it is not going to be in theaters. It's just a kid that wanted to hoop. And he already had Shorty. Oh, that just reminded me. That was the part that made me laugh the most. That was the other part that made me go, I know why Aunt wanted me to see this film. So there's a part where he's at the party. He's talking to his Shorty. There's this black lady that just moved into town or whatever. She's new to the school. He tries to scoop first, but his rival was already there. Like, he walked away to go do something. He came back. Rival scooped it quick. But his rival already knew, like, yo, this dude's trying to get in on the action. I'm going to take care of that. So he pulls up to a party that I don't think he was invited to. He gets to the party. He's like, yo, what's up, Shorty? You here? Oh, I'm here too. They start chopping it up. So the rival, it was his party, the rival's party. The rival's like, yo, what's up? What are you doing? He's like, oh, I was pulling up to the party. I decided to come through. So now it's looking kind of awkward because it's the three of them talking. The rival obviously got goons. The goons came up and was like, yo, what's good, bro? What you fucking with? He was like, no, I'm just here at this party. He was like, oh, I didn't even know you was here. He was like, yeah, I'm here. And he goes, yo, you want to run 2K? And then Chang's like, no, I'm good right now. He's like, no, we need an extra man. Just come running real quick. And he's like, no, I don't. He's like, come on, just run it real quick. He's like, all right. 2K wins again, goes into a random room, and they push him in the room and lock him in there. And he's like, yo, let me out. Goes downstairs to a little kid that was not playing 2K. My man was playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
He got, son.
Yeah. It was more funny because the little brother knew him because they were friends. That was the other thing. So they all knew each other. And I was like, yo, I don't know if you caught it, but I was like, yo, I think this was not the first time he got locked in that basement with the little brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was like, you got told.
And the brother knew why he was down there too. He was like, you want to play?
Yeah, he was like, trying to run it?
He's like, not today, bro. Not today.
He's trying to get out of here.
He was like, I'm out.
He's like, you running Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh, man. And that part had me crying because I was like, 2K gets everybody, son.
Yeah.
You can be minding your business. Are you trying to run it? Damn, I don't want to, but all right, we're going to run one. And then 2 games later, you were like, yo, I'm late for work. Oh, man. 2K is everybody in the hood's kryptonite.
Nah, word.
It was a good movie for all you nerds or nerds in the hood.
And it's a good basketball movie. I like the basketball part of it. You know, I'm always cool with a decent sports.
Always like
movie.
a nice sports.
Yeah,
especially
sports
basketball.
inspired.
I'll watch. You got me hooked if it's something about basketball. I'm like, let's see what you did here.
That's why I watched it. I was like, all right, it's basketball joint. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
And it was a decent Disney movie, I guess.
So we just drink a bed, son, man.
No, it made me laugh.
Anyway, we're gonna close things out with final topic of the evening, which is a new beef has arisen. Years ago, there was an ever-loving beef between the wonderful fans of the Naruto community and the wonderful fans of the One Piece community. And it was a beef that lasted until Naruto Shippuden ended. And it still kind of trickled around here and there. There was people like, Shippuden lives on, it's the greatest anime ever. And then there was One Piece fans that was like, nope, it's One Piece. And eventually, One Piece is still moving. But now, the son of Naruto himself, Boruto Uzumaki, and his anime and his manga has decided to step forth and claim his father's legacy when the latest chapter of the manga, chapter 79, came out, to the point that every fan of Boruto, and probably some fans of Naruto if they're reading it, has claimed that one chapter alone is better than all 1,000 chapters of One Piece. 1,000 plus, excuse me. So
Who said that?
Boruto fans.
Oh, all right.
Which brings us to
I thought it was someone real credible. My bad.
which that comment right there is why this is our segment known as Wallet for Respect. This is our Wallet for Respect report because we have to talk about the fans that just randomly decided to just go into town and say that. Dev, you're not much of a Boruto fan, but you're more of a Naruto fan.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you heard these people say in this comment?
Well, honestly, I mean, I didn't read the. You talk about the chapter, right?
Yeah. Let's go with chapter. Yeah, well, it's basically chapter.
Yeah. I didn't read it, but I heard that they were, apparently it's one of the greatest chapters, like thus far. I don't know if you give more context on what happened, but as a whole, I'm not a really big fan of Boruto. Like, I just, for the story, as long as Naruto and Sasuke still alive, we'll still see what they're gonna do. I'm not really invested. But, I mean, I've liked the anime somewhat, but it hasn't been as, grabbing to me. So whatever, I would like to know what happened in this new chapter. So, I don't know if you can help us out with that.
Yeah, and quick summation. Basically, there's been an ongoing situation because Boruto is unfortunately harboring the soul of the Oshuseki descendants, basically, in his body. And there's one that he's holding on to right now that he doesn't want to hold on to, but unfortunately it's part of the game, So it's in his body right now. They're working to help control it. And Kawaki and Boruto made a plan that if something were to happen and Boruto couldn't control his power, Kawaki should kill him on sight, which he does. But the descendant was too strong and was like, nah, you're not just gonna die while I'm in here, fam. So they got frustrated because they realized that they couldn't stop this guy. And Kawaki went to a girl named Ida, who has the power to control, in a sense, thoughts and emotions. And he gets so mad that he says, man, if Boruto was just some regular dude, I would have just bodied him easy, with no problem. But I can't keep bodying him because he's the son of the guy that I called, like, I love like a father. So she goes, Dad. And he was like, so I wish it could just be so easy where I could kill Boruto without having to worry about killing my brother. And she feeds off of his emotions and makes a spell that changes the whole culture of the world. And Kawaki, nobody understands, Siri. Nobody understands. Kawaki is now the son of Naruto.
What?
And Boruto is a fugitive of the Hidden Leaf Village.
Really?
Yep.
So she changed reality.
Yeah, because Kawaki was actually a fugitive because he tried to kill Boruto and he tried to kill Naruto.
Ew, this guy wanted to be his son.
But I remember when Boruto first started. I remember I don't know if it was I didn't know how valid it was, but people were saying that Boruto was gonna end up being the villain of the show.
Oh, that's how it started. They show you a fight between the two of them, but they're older, and Boruto was like he's like fully formed.
They're like teenagers, I think.
Yeah. I mean they are teenagers here, but they're like older teenagers. So
I would say probably like late, like probably early 20s, maybe a little bit younger than that.
Yeah, we're getting closer to where that started.
So this might be the start of that. Now it would make more sense.
So a time jump is coming, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A time jump or something, because reality has changed. Someone did that. Someone put a spell.
Yes. Yeah, jutsu basically.
Jutsu.
Yeah.
So the key would be to kill her, right?
Yeah. So the only people that are immune to this jutsu right now is Sasuke's daughter, because she was immune to the girl's charm, because it was a charm like jutsu she had. She was immune to it, and one other person. The reason people got hyped is because the minute they found out that something was wrong, Mitsuki, aka Orochimaru's son or clone, whatever you want to call him, he just looks at Boruto and he's like, "Yo, where's Naruto at?" And Boruto's like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And he's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna say it again. Where's Naruto?" And Boruto's like, "Bro, I don't even know what my dad is." And then homie takes off his headband. Snakes just start flying out his head. And he's like, "Yo, I'll kill you right now." And I was just reading like, what the fuck is happening? Wait a minute. When did I miss? My man's trying to body him, son. So I think that's where people probably got hyped. But you said
Boruto is not Naruto's son no more.
Right, but that was before they realized it. So at the end of the chapter, they explained to you that these two switched roles in a sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So but in the beginning, he's just standing there, and Mitsuki's like ready to body him right now, and Naruto,
because he sees him as the future.
Right, he sees him as the enemy, and Boruto and Sarada are like, he's not the ops, bro. We chasing the ops right now, but they're immune to the spell. So
it's only Boruto and Sarada.
Boruto, Sarada, Kawaki, Ida, and I think somebody else. They're all immune to the spell.
So Kawaki knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's aware. So he's getting aware, but it's crazy. So is it crazy enough than 1,000 chapters of a journey? Absolutely not. 100% not. I don't care if it was One Piece, Hajime no Ippo. I don't care what it is that was over 1,000 chapters long. To say one chapter was better than a whole story is absurd. It is absurd. It is, like Ant said, I thought it was coming from a credible source, and we realized it was just a bunch of crazy fans. And you're about to take the mantle of most toxic fan base since Attack on Titan fans and My Hero fans. You guys are coming back for the crown. God, I mean,
yeah. Boruto has been overhyped from the jump.
I don't know about overhyped, but
bro, the only thing that has going for it really is some of the fight scenes, and most of the best fight scenes are characters from Naruto, the adults.
That's true. When we were first hype about it, it was the first fight that surprised everybody was a Sakura fight. Then it was the Naruto and Sasuke fight. Then it was fights from the movie Boruto that just translated to the anime. And this is one of those rare occasions now that we get a Boruto fight that's hitting.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, there was a. Oh no, he's right. It was Orochimaru. Never mind. There was a fight before when Mitsuki's like.
I'm not gonna lie. Orochimaru's son though. His fights be gangster too.
Yeah, and that's what made it funny, because the fight with him was with Orochimaru. Yeah. So everything Ed's saying is 100% true. They were all from the OGs.
Yeah, the OGs, which is, I get it. Like, the OGs, it's almost like the Dragon Ball.
I was about to say, it's like that.
You know what I'm saying? The OGs is always the best.
I want to go hard, but I'll take Goku.
Yeah.
Like, you got no choice. They can watch it.
Yeah, so, like, I get it. But with all of that being said, Boruto itself, like, I try to watch it, bro, and it's just not it. It's not it. I'm just like, damn. But if the anime catches up to the manga and they get to the Switch, it probably get good. Yeah, it can get good.
Yeah, you're right.
Because now, the thing that we all kind of didn't like, right, was that it was Naruto written over, right? It was Naruto written over in a different kind of light. There was like
more or less,
right?
Yeah.
More or less.
The dynamic.
Every characters who had kids together, they were pretty much the same now, opposite. But like, it was all that, right? But now, if they make Boruto the real villain, then it'll be like Naruto as a bad guy, which is something we have never seen. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of cool.
I mean, it's true. When you look at it that way, go ahead.
They got some stuff they could do to make it more interesting. It's just they developed the base of of that first arc, I guess you call it, and now it's they got to do a time skip because we want to see what's next. So I could see that, and honestly, time skips could save a anime manga type shit.
I mean, yeah,
true.
Mm. Time skips is always a key to a lot of shows. Sometimes they be ODing on them, but if they do it right and they just jump to like, yo, mad years has passed, the world's been fucked up for a little while, everybody's a teenager, and they got OP powers now.
Just like that. Yeah, just like that. And just for you One Piece fans, just so you know, meanwhile in One Piece, they're on Egghead Island. They're fighting several different robots called Seraphim that are clones of different strong mofos, such as Boa Hancock, Mihawk, Kuma, and Jinbei himself. And most of them are fighting each one. The cool kicker, though, is that Rob Lucci and Monkey D. Luffy, if you know who those two are, they join forces to fight one of the bad guys. And Zoro and Kaku has also joined forces to fight one of the bad guys. And we also find out that there is a big war on the horizon at Egghead Island. Some of the biggest and best Navy people, including Ann's favorite, the Light Man, Kizaru, are on their way to kill the guy known as Egghead, who, yes, he does look like Einstein, but, it's One Piece. But he's on the way. They're on the way to kill him, and they know that Luffy is there. So it's about to get real. So for you to say that what's going on there is worse than what's going on in Boruto, you're wilding for respect. That's all I'm gonna say. You're wilding for respect.
My son with the light's gonna show up and do damage. Bro, the one thing I can say about One Piece that I know, the really, really nice niggas don't fight often.
No.
They show up everywhere. They do not fight, bro. They
like one hit or quitter bouts.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't do much, bro. That's why that One Piece movie that we seen where everyone got a hit, I was like, nah, bro. That would never happen.
It's like, everyone doing one move? That's it?
I was sitting there like, this ain't the One Piece I know.
Yeah, I was like, that would never happen, bro. That would never happen. That was cool to see, but that's not what it's about. Because when they actually do fight, they usually throw the hands.
Yeah, the hands be thrown. But
so, if the light dude shows up and he's there to actually start fighting, bro, it's gonna be. When's the last time he got like a decent fight? That shit was bad. Yeah. That's the one where he actually was like zipping around.
Where the foot kept coming to the dude's face. And homie had to stand there and go, damn, it's over. So I'm about to get the life kicked out of me, bro. He's right. And even Shanks, we didn't want to see him. I didn't want to see him fight in the movie. But I will say the funniest Shanks moment, like he said, Shanks pulled up to the big war in Marineford. Everybody was ready to fight. And he said, anybody still want to fight? Me and my crew will fight you right now. And everybody in the war was like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'll take this
one. I'll take this one. You got it, fam. I'm going to go, my nigga. I'm going to go. That's right. It is always there. Shout out to The Unexamined Life. I hope I said that right. Yeah, I did. He said, I need a new anime to watch. I'm all caught up on My Hero. Ooh. Well... yeah, that's what we're here for, man.
Yo, we could close out on this one. We all just let's suggest one. What do you think would be the best? My bad.
No.
The best anime to suggest. I would honestly, my go-to anime, if you haven't watched it yet, is Jujutsu Kaisen. Every time.
There you go.
Every time. Jujutsu Kaisen is the newest heat. One of the newest heats. It's been out for a little while now, but one of the newest heats that definitely is holding his ranks to the point where you're just like, just keep going, bro. Release him faster. I've been on hold for too long.
He's right. Is there one that you would recommend?
Nothing. I'm all caught up. I mean, if you haven't seen the basics, like a Demon Slayer, like a Black Clover, Fire Force, like things of that nature. Fire Force is actually really good. I'm hoping. I don't know if you know if there's another season coming out. It should be coming out. Yeah. I feel like they should be having a couple more coming. That's a good one to catch up on.
Yep.
But there's a lot out there. I know Marv's library, so he got the anime library for you.
Well, I do agree with you. If you haven't seen the basics like that or Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, if you haven't seen those,
Gundam,
right. if you haven't seen those, then get on those quick, man. They always have a lot of things you could look on TikTok and see about, and it always makes me laugh because it says anime to watch before you die, and I'm like, wow, but there's so many. So how are you gonna watch all that before you go on?
One Piece was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, One Piece. You come on, One Piece.
Before you die, you can't watch that because it's still going. It's gonna go past you death.
One Piece is always gonna get suggested, bro. Always.
Yeah,
it's always gonna.
But I do agree with these gentlemen. If I had to throw some in the ranks, watch old school Baki if you want to watch some hands get thrown, or new school Baki because the hands do get thrown even though the story's all crazy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a fun time because that's some fun hands. Tokyo Revengers is fun for watching strictly just hands. You don't have to worry about the story. You just know that kids are going to throw hands. And Mob Psycho 100 is amazing. 3 seasons. None of the seasons were bad. And the same goes for One Punch Man. The first season wasn't great, but the second season to me was better than the first. But there's so many. So little time. But those are some of the best ones. Right now I'm watching Summertime Rendering on Hulu. It's pretty good. So there's a lot. I say explore, man. You never know what anime you find by mistake that be low-key fire. Whether it's a slice of life or isekai or an adventure anime, you never know what low-key treasure awaits. Because there's so much anime compared to American cartoons. There's so many that you definitely don't have time to watch all of them. So, yeah, just keep watching. I hope he answers your question, if that's what you were going for, my friend. But with that being said, like Ann said, we do want to close out with that and our sleeper picks of the week. So I know Dev, you had some music heat.
Yeah, definitely some music heat. So I'm definitely a little sleeper. I'm a big fan of R&B. So I'll give you and I want to shout out this artist because name is Jossie. It's a female, but this is one of Diddy's new R&B artists on his new R&B record label called it's just like, it's not Love, what is it? Yeah, damn, I forgot the name of his record label. But this is one of his newer artists is on his new record label for just strictly R&B artists. It's all for R&B. So this is one of the new rollouts. Name is Jossie, and I'll recommend one song to go listen to called Alone, and that's Jossie, Jozzzy. And honestly, beautiful voice, but the lyrics are like fire. And it has that Diddy swag that he produces he wants to produce all his R&B acts. So if you're familiar with Diddy, you grown up in New York City, you heard a lot. It's giving that old school like 90s, early 2000s type beats to some of this girl's. She just dropped an EP called Songs for Women, Free Game for Niggas. So legit. Definitely go if you like if you like R&B and you like what Diddy's done during his whole career. He's doing this with another artist. Definitely go check that out.
Okay. Now right there, that's what we do, man. We tell you what's the heat, the heat that you need to listen to. I actually also got some music heat too because I heard this and I didn't even know homie was still making an album. I just gotta look at the name of it. Oh, it was Jim Jones and the producer Hitmaker. Oh, yeah. They made an album called Back in My Prime. I don't know how late I am into this album. Let me see. It came out. It doesn't say. It came out this year.
Oh, it came out this year. I haven't heard it.
Yeah. No. That's why I was shocked.
Jim Jones and Hitmaker?
Yeah, Jim Jones and Hitmaker, and it was pretty good. Jim Jones. Yeah, you back in your prime, my boy, because this was a good album. It was smooth, man, and it was a swaggy Jim, man. There's nothing like a swaggy Jim Jones. That's what Ballin' was made for. It was to show that swag, and he's showing it on here. And I like it, man. He got Jeremiah on there. He got Ty Dolla $ign, Pleasure P, and Hitmaker himself. When you hear that beat where it sounds like somebody just died, that's when you know it's him. So definitely check that out. You can check out both of those on anywhere that music is streamed, even on YouTube. Just listen to them. They're pretty good. And we definitely want y'all to stop sleeping on some of these joints. We're going to do this every episode. We're going to tell you what's the best anime to watch at a certain time, or TV show, movie, or music. So check us out. Follow us at Nerdz in the Hood on all social media, including right here on TikTok. That's where we're doing live today. NerdZinThehood. You can see clips from the show. Sometimes we'll do live episodes. And of course, we have our anime rap intros where we just remix some of the best rap openings. Remix some of the best anime openings with some classic and new hip hop. as well. And this Wednesday, if you're a fan of trivia, come on down to Buddha Bear Bar in Washington Heights section of New York. If you live in New York City, check us out. We do trivia there. This week, we're going to be doing some nice Nerds in the Hood trivia, random subjects, random questions, whole lot of fun. So just pull up. Top 4 people are going to win a prize. We're going to start at around 9 o'clock, and we hope to see you there. But for now, we thank you guys for sticking around, watching our show, liking our show, and we hope to see you again because we are your boy Ball Black,
Aunt McGee,
the Nerds in the Hood.
In the Hood.
Episode 101. Catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.